Get your pen and paper as we dive into this week's 7 film recommends, one for each day of the actor, actress, highlighted during Summer Under the Stars this upcoming week. To the break room, classic film fans, it's tea time for a coffee break.
Can you get Cab Calloway on it?
Des assiettes sont des assiettes.
That's my patty waist sugar.
I'm shocked.
Gambling is going on here.
By the way, how is your father?
But I want to know, does it bother you?
Charlie Chaplin, Goldie Hawn, Norma Shearer on her B-Day, Sammy Davis Jr., Lana Turner, John Barrymore, and Steve McQueen. Day 8, tomorrow, Saturday, Charlie Chaplin. You can't go wrong with this day, with this wonderment of talent that is Charlie Chaplin. But as a personal recommend, from personal experience, MONSIEUR, 1947, co-starring Chaplin with Martha Raye. The comedy that comes out of the darkness of this story is something, in my opinion, only Chaplin can pull off in the way it's executed. Okay, so you'll just have to watch and find out. This film was a pure mom and I watch, as she discovered it in the wee small hours of the night on TCM. Everyone having gone to bed, I happened to wake up and get up and saw the lights were still on in the family room, walked in, and she's like, "You've got to see this." She filled me in on what I missed, caught me up, and there we were in the middle of the night watching Martha Raye struggle with Charlie Chaplin over a fishing rod in tears. Hit the record button when it aired again and kept it on the DVR on days we needed an extra laugh. That film watch in Chaplin's later half of his career sparked me to watch A King in New York, 1957, and share it with my mom not too long afterward. And found it also a comedic watch paired perfectly with Chaplin. 2 airing tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. Central Time on TCM. Sunday, Goldie Hawn, Cactus Flower, 1969. 2 words, Ingrid Bergman. Yes, Queen, Ingrid Bergman. Her dance sequence alone is reason enough. If you've ever seen the gif of Ingrid dancing in her blue garment, this is it. Don't miss it. B-Day girl, Norma Shearer, all-day spotlight and tribute. Another can't go wrong lineup, including her last feature film opposite Robert Taylor and George Sanders. Whoa. And her Cardboard Lover, 1942. My focal point recommend, Marie Antoinette, 1938, co-starring Tyrone Power. I've said it many times. I always feel I'm the only one who finds this film add up as their fave, so I am happy to find I wasn't alone. If you follow me, you've heard me mention and credit this particular add up as the single influence for me personally in creating my own original period piece, The Society, a script I have shared out loud here at the coffee house during our stay-at-homes weekly, including sharing both my animatic reel and pitch trailer. Norma Shearer's performance in this is worth watching, but her ending performance alone is an acting class worthy of revisiting or watching for the first time. Well, as I live and breathe, Sammy Davis Jr. That's it. That's the tweet. No, really, Sammy Davis Jr. You cannot even begin a starting point. However, for his lineup on Tuesday, August 11th, it's Davis's 1933 on-screen film debut, Rufus Jones for President, starring Ethel Waters, and Anna Lucasta, 1958, starring Eartha Kitt, Rex Ingram. I have undoubtedly campaigned the most on social media, including clips, threads, trivia, you name it. Anna Lucasta, 1958, also being, in my opinion, a cat on a hot tin roof-esque in its true to genre decade of the 1950s drama, with a well-rounded supporting cast that includes Frederick O'Neill, Alvin Childress, who reprised his onstage role, Isabel Cooley, who would play the title role on stage in 1953, and we even get James Edwards. A film adapt to Philip Yordan's play inspired by Eugene O'Neill's Anna Christie, starring an all-black cast on Broadway from 1944 to 1946 that included the unsung, in my opinion, Hilda Sims. I won't stop finding an excuse to insert Hilda's name until she's in Household One. Did someone say Ricardo Montalban? Yes, I did. Every chance I get, which will be on another fave of mine's day, Lana Turner in Madam X, 1966. No spoilers, but no matter the amount of screen time and the role played, a fan of Latin Lovers 1953 with Turner and Montalban, it's enjoyable seeing them reunited in spite of the situation, but Heads up, this is a stark contrast from Latin Lovers. On the 13th day, John Barrymore. For me, without a doubt, Night Flight, 1933. With a side note to Arsène Lupin, 1932. I have personal movie memories with this one, which most of you know is what my cinema coffees are about. I've read and heard mixed reviews on this film from others. I say watch it and judge for yourself. I rewatched this during TCM's recent TCM Film Festival at Home edition after taking literally an hour nap before waking up at 3 a.m. to put my badge back on and enter the living room venue to revisit it again. I was struck by the almost noir-esque tone in cinematography in a pre-noir, pre-code period that I didn't even realize the first time that I watched it. So let me know what you think. Last day for this week, Steve McQueen, Soldier in the Rain, 1963. Another film I've discussed a lot about on social media and we've discussed here at the coffee house. And as I've said in our previous coffee chat, no spoilers, be prepared. As we close out this week's Cinema Coffee Chat, heading out with this week's Fashion Friday piece, Garbo, who will be seen on John Barrymore's Day this week opposite John Barrymore and then some in Grand Hotel 1932, Thursday, August 13th. When I created this piece, there wasn't a name that I had prior to it or during creating it. The name came much later as I noticed it's what it was referred to when mentioned, the Garbo dress. Being a huge fan of Inspiration 1931 and Garbo, I began to notice slight Inspiration-esque gowns by Adrian flair to it. So there the Garbo dress was christened and so she stuck and I like it. That's going to do it for this week. Hope to see you guys back here for next week's Magnificent 7 as I recommend my next 7 films for the next 7 Summer Under the Stars. Until then, be safe, be well, stay healthy, stay home, and I'll see you next week. A bientôt.
Can you get Cab Calloway on it?
Des assiettes, des assiettes.
That's my patty waist
Des
sugar.
hommes qui
What gambling is going on in here?
By the way, how is your father?
But I want to know, does it bother you?